Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to show you our tiny outdoor kitchen. This build's been going on for a while now due to weather setbacks for months, but I'm finally done with the framework, and this will be part one of a two-part series of this build. Our little outdoor kitchen is 7 foot by 7 foot, and it's 8 foot tall in the front, 7 feet tall in the back. The roof is 10 feet by 8.5 feet. The 4x4s were all 4x4s that I've collected from pallets outside of business. They were 12-foot 4x4s, 3 to a pallet. The 2x4s I did purchase, and the roofing materials I did purchase.
I attached the 4x4s to the floor and to the framework with these structural screws, and then up here I used decking screws where the 2x4 attaches to the 4x4, but I also ran one structural screw through there to add stability.
The wood flooring I purchased at an estate sale with some tools and about 5 rolls of fencing, and I got all of it for 40 bucks, so this was a real steal. It was already stained, so I went ahead and used it for this project, and I did put end cut solution on all the ends of the exposed wood there on the ends. For this wall on the hillside, I put in a foundation / retaining wall, and that was good practice for future foundation work that I need to do at our cabin. And on the side of that, I threw in a French drain that goes out and around and down, drains down the hill. After I put these in, I thought, I should have ran them right into the corner and had it just angled in the corner. Then I could have drilled in from there, drilled into there, but either way, it's pretty rock solid now. But yeah, if I did it over, I'd probably have those angled right into the corner just to look a little more uniform and add a little more stability to that pole and that pole or post. For the roof, I notched the rafters and then put 3/8 plywood on top, which is pretty thin, but I've been up there myself and it held up, so I'm hoping it's going to work all right with the metal roofing on top of that. I used Simpson strong ties at all the points where the rafters were notched onto the 4x4s, and I did trim the bottoms of them here. On the back, I didn't trim them, and you can see a little bit sticks down, but I didn't really worry about that at the back.
The Simpson ties were left behind by the previous owner of our cabin, so I have a bunch of different things to choose from when I'm building and doing different projects.
The top side of the plywood I did not burn, but I did put some synthetic roof paper on there, and then I put the metal roofing on that and added the flashing to the front and the back. I have these temporary 2x4 braces on the outdoor kitchen because when I was on the roof I wanted to make sure it was very stable, and I will be adding siding to all of this, and that will be in the part 2 of this build series. So for this project, I burned the wood and then I wire brushed it, and then I oiled it with a boiled linseed oil. Now this is commonly known as Shou Sugi bond, but what I found out is that Shou Sugi bond is actually just the product name, and the actual technique is called Yakasugi. Traditional Yakasugi uses cypress planks, but you can go online and find a bunch of information on Shou Sugi bond and Yakasugi and get that information for yourself. Basically, people are using the wood burning method to add some life to their wood by preserving it and making it a little more bug resistant and fire resistant as well. I will say that this really was labor intensive. The burning, the brushing, and the oiling of every piece of wood was just time consuming. I could have finished this a lot sooner, but I really do love this look, and I've always wanted to try it, and I've always wanted to try doing notching with the chisel and kind of, timber frame wannabe. So now I'm going to show you clips of how I built this thing along the way over several weeks or possibly months, like I said, due to weather issues. But go ahead and check this out, and I'll show you clips of cutting the wood, notching it, burning it, brushing it, oiling it, and building this little kitchen. So, all right, here we go.
He's gonna get that roof on today one way or another.
Alright, hopefully you found this interesting, and maybe you found it helpful if you're going to do something like this yourself. In part 2, we're going to finish this thing off, and we're going to use some of these oak pallet pieces to do the siding. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to burn these or if we're just going to oil them like this. Maybe we'll put a light burn on them. We're still not sure how we want to do that, because it might look kind of nice with that light color in contrast to the dark. So let me know in the comments what you think. Burn it? Leave it the same color that it is? Be interesting to see what you guys have to say about that. So anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for part 2 when we put the fridge in here, we put the walls on, we put windows in, and we put our 3-burner stove in here and turn it into a real kitchen. Alright, thanks a lot for watching, and we will see you next time.
I love the smell of burnt wood in the morning.
Oh, sweet mother of burning nostrils.